All right, folks, this is Xearrik, and this is a review of Cyberpunk Edgerunners Episode 5. And I was tempted to watch Episode 6 right away this time, more than normally, because this feels like a two-parter episode for sure. So the show opens up with the golden hands being offered to the kid. I forgot his name. I told you guys I'm terrible with names. The only name I remember so far is Lucy's. David, I can see it because I'm looking at the thing. David makes a clever suggestion. All right, it's David. I'm very happy that he refused those hands because those hands are weird. And I don't know. He'd look more like a punk, right? And I know cyberpunk, I get it, yeah, whatever, but no, he you know, like more like a pimp punk, like walking around with golden hands. That definitely would not, I would not like his character as much if he started walking around like that. Basically looking a lot more like the villain near the end of the episode with the golden face bits and things like that. Though, is he a villain? I don't know, actually. Was he doing anything illegal? I mean, he technically did kidnap David, but David was trying to hurt him, so... Well, he was torturing him, technically. So, yeah, okay. Yeah. He's one of the not-so-bad guys so far, I think, even though they made him out to look like he's crazy and weird. And this show is doing one of those things that Game of Thrones used to do, the sexpletives or whatever it was called, where they have nudity and things like that while people are talking about the plot to keep people interested. Like, you know what? It works on people. It doesn't really work on me because I'm not like a teenage boy anymore. But I can understand. I can understand the appeal, especially when I was younger. I like how they got Lucy being all protective now of her man. She's gonna save him. You know, the one sequence though was a little drawn out to me, and the reason it was drawn out was because I figured it out really fast. A lot of my viewers of my streams, especially this Danganronpa game that I'm playing, will understand, because with Danganronpa specifically, I'm talking about almost all the things I'm thinking. Well, not all the things, but more of the things that I'm thinking when I'm streaming. Normally, I don't really say all the stuff I'm thinking about a game because I'm like way ahead of the game's plot and stuff like that. But with Danganronpa, because it's like a detective game, I'm like, I believe this, I believe that, this is connected to that, this is connected to that, this is an important part of the plot, that's an important part of the plot. And so I figured things out pretty fast. And the moment he woke up and there were dead bodies next to him, I was like, oh, they might kill him. And then when there were lots of dead bodies and I heard someone talking, I was like, oh, he's in a simulation. Like when there was one dead body, I thought that he was gonna get tortured. As soon as there were multiple dead bodies, I already understood that he was in one of the simulations and he was doing one of the cyber psycho things. So he's popping off and killing all these cops and stuff like that. And that's why that sequence was so long, because it was supposed to freak you out. Like, oh no, oh no, oh no. But like the whole time I was like, when's the simulation gonna end? So I found that simulation kind of boring, unfortunately. One thing that's funny is that they left in the eye flashy thing from the video game. I thought people were having epilepsy things when looking at that, or almost having epilepsy things. Maybe because it's only flashing one color now instead of lots of colors, and so maybe that fixes that. But yeah, they left in the eye flashy thing from the Cyberpunk 2077 game, which is neat. So I do have one criticism of this episode, and that's that the choreography of the fight scenes was kind of boring. I did not like the fight scenes. I didn't like the sequence with the cyber psycho video thing that he was experiencing. I can't remember what they call it, because I knew it was all fake. And so that was kind of boring to me because I knew there was nothing on the line. And then the fight sequence with the drones was just like he ran around really fast and shot at the drones. Is that really what he's going to use his powers for? Meanwhile, the other lady was shooting at the drone and the drone didn't even try to fire at her. But that's probably because, you know, she was holding that guy hostage. Maybe that's why I didn't shoot at her, but it also didn't shoot at Lucy, who was trying to hack it. So I don't know. It's kind of, I feel like what should have happened was he actually, when he tried to distract it, he should have done more than just hit it with the gun. You know, maybe at some point he jumps on them and makes them shoot each other or something like that, because they're supposedly small arms fire isn't enough. So maybe they, you know, they have a larger caliber in their thing or something. I don't know. Just, I felt like it should have been a little bit more clever than him just running around real fast and shooting at the drone. It's kind of boring. The most interesting part of any of the fight scenes of the show was Tanaka beating the crap out of the big chrome dude. Yeah, I like that. I hope there's more like that. I hope there's more, rather than just brute force fight scenes, there's more where it looks like this guy knows martial arts on top of being all chromed out. So yeah. And of course they're hinting the fact that David might go cyber psycho again because of the guy talking about that, but I don't think that's a risk. I don't know, maybe it's only because there's like these 20-minute episodes, but I don't think, like, I feel like they don't have a lot of time to explore that. That's why he just uses it willy-nilly and there's no consequences ever, other than some nosebleeds that he got the first time he was wearing it in episode 2. Yeah, and there's the whole thing where he's talking about how he says he's different and all that stuff, and that's what everyone believes, and that's what really, he shouldn't be different, right? He should just be like anybody else, and we'll see how that goes. Maybe there'll be something behind it, something revealed, like maybe his mom did something to it, or something's different. Like, you know, maybe she tweaked him, maybe she put something inside of him a long time ago that makes him resistant to that kind of stuff or something. Who knows? But I feel like there might be setting up the fact that he's actually not that special, even though he's able to resist that military grade thingy, that he's not that special. There's a reason why he can resist it, or maybe they'll never address it. With these short episodes like this, I feel like there's a good chance that they'll just never address it. We'll see. But then again, they're doing two-parters, because this is obviously a two-part, with the episode ending with them actually kidnapping Tanaka successfully. I'm very curious to see what they're going to do with him. I mean, they've kidnapped Tanaka. They're going to hand him over to the weird neon guy from that episode, what was it, episode 3 or something like that? Other than that, I don't think there's really much else to talk about with this episode. I'm looking forward to the next episode, and we'll see when we post it, because I'm thinking about playing a new game today, and that new game is actually associated with some other anime, so maybe I'll watch an episode of that and do a review of that. We're doing a lot of review of anime on this channel now, huh? Anyways, that's it for today. This is Xearrik, and I'm out.